GPS, get lost with me. No microchips planted in me. I'm not a hippie, but I do hippie things.
Evidence for the beginning of Indian civilization dates back 5,000 years. That's pretty much the beginning of recorded history, and India is a dense collection of the world's stories from that time until now. Perhaps no other place has seen such a dramatic influx of culture throughout recorded history than India. Nearly every major empire or civilization has made their mark, and for thousands of years it was an epicenter of global trade. All the world's major religions are practiced in India, and it gave birth to half of them. And yet, it's a place of great tolerance, highly secular, and the world's largest democracy. Waters run deep in India.
This is my bed buddy. Doing it the proper Indian way. Two men sharing a bed together.
Yeah.
This is Mohit back here. Welcome to Delhi.
I'm not so presumptuous as to try and tell the story of India. A whole lifetime could be spent on the subject, and that would probably not even be enough for such a feat. I barely scratched the surface, honestly. But I can tell my story through the lens of this Indian experience. And all that starts with 3 siblings from northern India that made it possible for me to go on this adventure. There's Mohit, who you've already met. He was my roommate in New York while going to grad school at Columbia. Pavna, our other roommate who spent most of her adult life in New York but recently returned to Mumbai to be some sort of badass PR chick. That's her there. And then there's the eldest sibling, who is a longtime friend and fellow world traveler.
This is Shivani. We'll be seeing lots of Shivani.
Lots of me.
And it's New Year's Eve 2015, and we're taking pictures. So this is where we start drinking. Goodbye 2015, hello 2016.
You're drinking tonic water like a badass.
Rocking hard. But there is something in that, yeah?
Fucking tonic
Oh, there
water.
isn't.
No?
Fucking
You're imagining
tonic
it.
water.
It is imaginary? What are we gonna sing?
Let's, I don't know, like my favorite one.
No, I can't do that right now.
Why can't you do that?
Because I'm wasted. Now you're dead and gone.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's all I know.
Talia, Talia. Clap, clap. River? Oh, you moving there?
Reverse
River.
clap. Tape him.
Well, it's just after sunrise here in New Delhi. And yeah, this jet lag has been brutal. Coming all this way and dealing with that weird dream-like state that it put me in, and especially yesterday with the hangover after New Year's Eve. I feel all of my emotions and my sensitivities, it really came to the surface. On the edges of my skin like sweat waiting to pour out. And maybe it's a cliche to come to India and want to have some sort of spiritual process happen. This ongoing quest to find some sense of truth and peace and love and, value. I want to tell the truth. I feel the need to wear my heart on my sleeve. And so India beckons me to open my otherwise closed journal. January 2nd, 2016. It's the unknown that comes out of the dark pathways in life that expand your perspective in unforeseen ways. But is it expansion I find here? I can't help but look at the chaos of my life and wonder if it's the opposite. I used to tell myself that I was on the hunt for noble ideals so that I might provide some sort of insight. But is that me just fooling myself? Here I am, on the edge, on the other side of the world, wondering what the hell I'm doing here.
Where are we? Where are we right now?
We are at the Red Fort.
Mo has become more Indian hanging out with me, apparently.
Yes.
But welcome to the Red Fort.
Yes.
Do you know what anything basic history of this?
Not really much, but I just know it was built by one of the Mughal emperors when he was just like, building stuff.
And the Mughals are the same as the Taj Mahal people.
That's right.
Yeah. We both just cut this massive line. Why? Because I paid more?
Because you're a foreigner.
Because I'm a foreigner.
And it just happens over here. It doesn't happen everywhere.
So here was this massive, 3-hour line. Went straight to the front of it and cut through,
Right. We were there in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, crazy.
And this must have been the king's courtyard. He must have had dancers here, dancers there, or the queen's thing, and must be this is probably this could have also been someone's bedroom.
The Mughals, they had the multiple wives thing, right?
Yeah. They had they don't give a shit. They had 300 wives. Like Akbar, right, in Agra, he was very strategic about it. One was Persian, one was Hindu, and I think another was Christian, I'm not sure. He invented a whole new culture and a whole new language. He's very strong. He could kill a person just with his punch.
The Mughals, not to be confused with the Mongols, were a dynasty of Islamic rulers who invaded and then ruled a massive expanse of northern India for nearly 300 years starting in the mid-16th century.
You want to do kebab for lunch? We'll take you to one of Delhi's most old and most famous restaurants.
Okay.
Akbar, whom Mohit just talked about, is widely considered the greatest emperor due to his legacy of bringing about peace and prosperity and his liberal social policies.
Makes Times Square look like a cakewalk.
Yeah, see?
But when it comes to architecture, they are all overshadowed by Akbar's grandson, Shah Jahan, who built the Red Fort, which you just saw, the Taj Mahal, which everyone knows, and the Jama Masjid, the largest mosque in India, which you will soon see. January 4th, 2016. I went to a large mosque in Delhi yesterday, and something happened of a significant note.
You have to pay 300 for your entry for me. This is full of optical illusions that you see right here.
Just after entering the main part of the mosque, I was approached by a teenager who I assumed worked there.
Muslim? No.
He wanted me to feel welcome, and my thought was that this is exactly what paranoid Westerners need to see from Muslims. At the end of the tour, however, the truth came out. He casually demanded 500 rupees. That's only like $8, so I wasn't so put out about it, but I was a bit disappointed to find that the real motivation was money. It's ironic, isn't it? That teenage Muslim is better at the capitalism game than I am.
Very quick.
Where are we now, Mo?
Lotus Temple.
Lotus Temple. This is what is the Lotus Temple?
It's basically a temple that looks like a lotus.
And it's a Hindu temple. Hindu temple, right?
Yeah, it's a Hindu temple.
This line.
People
What?
are motivated enough to do
I mean, this has got to be all day waiting in this line.
Yeah.
And the line goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, the line. Hey, Mo.
Catch you, but I'm not gonna catch you.
You're not. I'm gonna fall on you directly.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna do this. Oh my God.
This is the gangster way of getting a shot of the Lotus.
Yeah.
The Lotus Temple.
Dustin.
Dustin, your name?
Murli.
Do you live here now? Or you?
No.
You live
For temporary.
Okay.
I came here. I'll go back. Today I'm going to Rajasthan, Kota. And after a few days, I have to see where I will go ahead again.
You don't know yet?
No, right now no job on hand. So whenever I am jobless, I travel a lot in India.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I feel loneliness. I have been a big traveler, I can say.
Okay. What does India mean to you? It's a hard question, I know.
I mean, India is a traditional country with so many languages. I hope spirituality is common. Entire population are not into spirituality.
Yeah.
Because it is not a so well developed country. At first point of their life, they are looking for their survival in the aspect of financial sustenance.
Just to eat and have a roof on your head.
Further. Traditionally, the roots of the country India, has been in spiritual field, yoga.
Sure. And
Especially
for me,
yoga, meditation.
And for me, from the United States, of course, we recognize India as having that spiritual mysticism. So to hear you say it is good, because that is how we perceive India, as a very holy place.
It's a holy place.
Yeah. I was sitting in the car yesterday, and I looked over and I saw a little girl sitting Indian style on a rug. And I saw her, and she saw me seeing her. And then a car pulled up and blocked us, and, she was gone. Well, a few seconds later, this little Hindu girl, very cute little girl, started doing cartwheels and playing with this hula hoop style thing. Then she puts her hand on the glass. A lot of them do that. They scrape the glass, they touch the glass, and it's common for everyone. Mo does it, everybody does it. You're told to do it, ignore it. And I put my hand on the glass, and I, of course, didn't roll down the window. And I was about to reach in my pocket because this little girl, she hit me in the heart pretty hard. And then the light turned green, and we kept going, and I didn't roll down the window, and I didn't give her any money, and what can you say about it? I can only have so much apathy towards it. But what do you do? And I want to believe that somehow I can do something. And that little girl with her hand on the glass and my hand on the opposite side of the glass, and this thick sheet of glass in between our hands that is a barrier of 1,000,000 miles. But the thing is, there is plenty, isn't there? Maybe you just look at me and say I'm another stupid-ass hippie. And maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. We made it to Jaipur.
Well, like shit.
Yeah, amazing. My bottom lip hurts. Her neck hurts because she fell asleep like this. Everything hurts, but it's almost lunchtime and nap time. And that will be nice.
We look like shit because we just finished a 24-hour journey from the southern coast of Sri Lanka, where we spent the week prior. I also burned the hell out of myself, hence the red face. Anyway, we're back in India, and here in Jaipur I stayed with Shivani's uncle, aunt, grandma, and grandpa. Or as it goes in Hindi, mama, mommy, nana, nani. And this is their lovely, peaceful garden right outside their home.
Good morning from Jaipur. We're on our way, Shivani and I. We are on our way to the Amer Fort.
Been to Amer, I think about 2-3 times, but every time I've been, I was really, really young. I was a little girl. I remember that I enjoyed it a lot. I remember being 10, and I'm not one of those people that's like one of those girls who grew up saying, oh, my wedding will be like, I was one of those girls that grew up saying, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that with my life. Yeah. So, but I always did say that, ooh, can I get married here when I grow up? So cute! I love Ellie's! The history behind it is really amazing, but you'll see that in a lot of India is that, we're talking like history that goes back hundreds of years, thousands of years in some cases. You get to see like the start of civilization.
As an army, you would have one hell of a time getting up this.
So this is made like this. These are basically like large slabs of stone that have been put in straight to withstand the force of armies of elephants and horses.
Good God.
And hey guys.
Excuse us, we've already paid our tourist fees.
So there is this one room that was like just completely mirrors, and it's just stunning. And the story behind that room is that this is where the king slept with his wife or his concubines or something like that. And
Sounds
I remember
like a porn
saying,
movie.
yeah, and I remember saying, "What's a concubine?" So I'm looking forward to seeing that room again and being like, I know what this is.
This is the concubine room. Go ahead.
ready?
Ready.
So now we've entered the palace. This, I'm guessing, is where he would hold court for the peoples. So like they said, this is based off of Rajput and Mughal architecture.
The glass palace, that's your spot, right?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Your concubine spot?
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's the one. So these mirrors, the way they're lit up, that would be like at night, they'd light candles and it would like reflect all over, and it's different artwork in the evenings. I just love being here. It's so beautiful. Can you imagine like what must have happened if you're the queen or one of the queens, or you know, anybody of importance and you're a woman, you want to sit up here and observe what's going on down there.
Without being observed.
Without being observed, exactly. So this is where you would have like all the queens. There were 12 queens. They all had their own quarters, and only the king, the Maharaja, could actually see everybody or go to all of their. And there were no men in this entire.
Which woman will I sleep with this week?
Exactly. Whoa, dude. Imagine what it must have been like to have been a woman here. You would have to see the whole world through this. My God, it's like prison. It's like a very opulent prison. So you can see the gardens.
I'm sure they didn't get everything about their lives was controlled.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, let's just find the first set of stairs to the downstairs. I saw some over here. Or go through there. I'm just taking some fucking stairs, hoping we'll end up where we're meant to.
Narnia.
Wouldn't you love that?
In its heyday, the Amer Fort was occupied by the Hindu kings or Maharajas called the Rajput. But interestingly, it was built during the reign of Akbar, that great Mughal emperor, and thus stands as a testament to his policies of peace and partnership. The city itself, Jaipur, is the capital of the state Rajasthan and is known as the Pink City. This is because in 1876, in preparation for the visit of Queen Victoria, the then Maharaja painted the entire city center this terracotta color you see. Needless to say, the English were quite impressed and branded it with the nickname. Of all the places that I went, Jaipur felt the most like stepping back in time. History and mystery seeped from its streets.
I just got some juttis. These things.
These guys. मतलब हिस्ट्री क्या है आपके फैमिली में ही आई है?
परदादा से दीदी है।
परदादा से।
हम सातवीं पीढ़ी है।
7 generations this shop has been with them.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
That's pretty impressive, dude.
Yeah, that's...
It was the Juti shop from 7 generations. Happy?
Happy. Thank you. This is Sufi. Sufi music.
Namaste.
Namaste.
बढ़िया है, thank you.
That gorgeous Indian gal marked me with a third eye, the famous red dot on the forehead I'm sure you've seen before. It was a greeting as we entered Chokhi Dhani, a restaurant and theme park showcasing all things classically Rajasthani. Talk about stepping back in time. This was definitely a fun little slice of culture.
Oh, she's saying it's because you have like hair, so it's like sticking. Nice.
Yeah, very nice. Beautiful. Thank you.
And
you had.
You have to be so excited right now. You're like, yeah!
All right. Very lucky. Okay, I'm a lucky guy. Very lucky. Lucky guy. Don't forget it. Very lucky. Mehendi.
Yeah.
The henna tattoos that we know of them in English, this thing, only women are supposed to do them.
Right.
But I'm a feminist.
Did you see me roll my eyes there?
Yeah, I am. And so sexual stereotypes, I'm getting my mehendi done.
There you go, that's very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
As the sun went down, we hung with the camels, we snacked on local delights, we walked the bazaar, and yes, we danced. But this was just a build-up to the main event, the feast. So let this be my Indian food moment. It's really a culture all its own, and I was lucky enough to have many home-cooked meals and culinary experiences like this one. Let me just sum it up like this. Indian food is an explosion in your mouth. When I got back to the States, everything tasted bland for a week. session is happening right now.
Jam session with harmonium. Nani on the harmonium. Hi, Nani. How old is this harmonium?
100 years old.
Dusty, take a long swig of that. You're gonna need all your skills.
This night was special for several reasons, but I will always remember it for one in particular. Shivani's Nana, this guy, a powerful man who in his prime was a top cop and model citizen, has been severely tested in old age. Diabetes, cancer, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's. But on this night, he was happy. It was a reminder of why I make music. It's medicine for the soul.
I have goosebumps. Yeah. I have goosebumps. That was beautiful.
Okay. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah Om.
January 13th, 2016. I sit in the Rambagh Palace sipping coffee like the fortunate son I am. I've been thinking about wealth, and a friend here is the daughter of a rich family. She wants for nothing and does whatever she likes. Her home is top of the line. However, the place is surrounded by dumpy streets, chaotic construction, horrible pollution, terrible poverty, so on and so forth. So what is her wealth really worth? I think about my upbringing, and I was far less entitled, and yet I had clean streets, happy neighborhoods, and a perfect middle-class American experience. So who's richer? What makes real wealth? It seems no matter how big your palace, what surrounds it is just as important as what's inside. I took a break from writing to go watch my first polo match. It was just next door, one of those Wander West happy accidents. Indians find me very fascinating, and I'm fascinated by their fascination. I take out the camera and locals flock to me. By the end of this match, I was surrounded, chatting it up and learning about the game. One guy after the match invited me back to his house for some music, and I wanted to go. He seemed kind and had a little gregarious urchin following him around, but I decided not to take the risk. For better or worse, fear got the best of me. Instead, I came back to the palace. I thought as I walked back that he wouldn't be welcome here. Me? I just waltzed right into Indians in fancy clothes saying Namaste. I'm taken back to the English Empire, when masters and servants went about their roles as if that's the way it should be. And maybe there is some sort of natural order to things. We can't all be tycoons and presidents. But I can't escape the notion that while poverty exists on a social level, it also exists in the minds of the wealthy. I don't know. The polo experience was interesting. It's a game only the affluent can afford to play, and yet the crowd was anything but that. I once was blind, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I've made it to Ranthambore, which is a wildlife sanctuary. I think it's actually a village or something, or a national park. But tigers, there are tigers here. I'm going on safari tomorrow, looking for tigers and lions and bears and monkeys and aliens tomorrow. Actually, I don't think there are aliens there, but there might be. Introduce yourself for the camera. Tell me on camera, what's your name?
I'm Nadeem.
Nadeem.
Park naturalist here.
Park naturalist, okay. Maybe there's times for all of us when we wonder what the hell we're doing. Heading to the fort here in Ranthambore. Nice afternoon here. The weather, temperature is perfect. I mean, what do I know about truth? It says in Shantaram, a book set in India about an Indian experience, it says, truth is a bully we all pretend to like. As I was thinking about it, truth also seems to be an idol we all pretend to know. A god we think we understand how to worship, that we think we have some sort of personal testament for. Ganesh is one of the favorite gods, isn't he?
Yes, he's god of success, or you can say god of good luck and prosperity.
Okay.
So, and he is blessed by all the gods.
I see.
33 million god and goddess.
Everybody's okay with Ganesh.
Yeah, yeah. And have you ever heard this story, how he born? How did he born?
Oh, I know he got his head cut off or something. Yeah. But no, tell me the story.
One day, Parvati, Shiva's wife, was alone at home.
That's
She was taking
Shiva's
bath.
wife, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She was taking a bath. So out of her dirt, she made a boy. And because she's, you know, Shiva's wife, she's also a goddess. She make him alive and order him to go outside. You know, you are my son, and go outside at the gate and don't let anyone come in. And you know what happens? Shiva comes. And he didn't recognize to the Shiva. So there are many things have happened. Shiva tried to make him understand that I'm Parvati's husband, and but he didn't.
Ganesh was like, no.
So Shiva carries that off. When Parvati was angry, Shiva was also worried. Okay, then Shiva says there's only one way. There were some conditions he tells to his people that bring a newly born baby's head. They found an elephant, you know, lying like that, a baby.
A baby elephant, okay.
So you know.
And then, therefore, people love Ganesh in the U.S. They love him.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't understand truth on a higher level, but I understand being true to myself. And so tomorrow I'm getting on a train, a third-class train, something I really don't want to do, something I don't have to do. But that's where the real story is. That's where the real growth is. That's where the real opportunity to understand something that's bigger than me. Shantaram also says that love is achieving an understanding that is bigger than your own, or something to that effect. And it's love I want.
Some other historians believe that this fort was built in 944 AD by Ranthambore Chauhan. So they named it Ranthambore, named after the king.
Yeah.
But basically, most of the historians say in 5th century AD, people were living here. They were Rajput. There are some buildings like this one.
Yeah.
It's more than 1200 years old. This plaster, there were paintings. And some paintings you can see up there.
Oh, that's amazing, yeah.
And the design and the painting is Mughal art.
Yeah.
Okay. This is also Mughal art. The chambers, you see, they are also...
Why the chambers?
They put oil lamps or candles for lighting. So here we see mixture of Mughal and Rajput architecture, but basically this is built by Rajput.
I find myself constantly asking myself questions that I can't answer. What am I to do about that little girl with her hand on the window? I can't do anything about that little girl. Guess the best thing that I could do, reach for love. And when I feel that love, that understanding greater than my own, follow that.
Wildlife conservation. The area was declared a wildlife sanctuary, but poaching was going on a lot. People were killing deer and tigers, every animal, you know. In 1901 AD, there were around 40,000 tigers in India. And in 1972, just 1,800. You heard about Indira Gandhi?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she was serious, and it starts in 1972. Yeah. So those days there were around 1,700 tigers, 1,700, or people say 1,800. And in last census, 2,100. So you can say Project Tiger got succeed. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, they were going to extinct.
Still no tigers.
Those last clips were from my safari, and I had no luck. After 9 hours in that truck, I didn't see a single tiger, which bummed me out for sure. And so after my weekend in Ranthambore, I hopped on that last class train and headed back to Jaipur. I jammed myself in the space between two cars where I stood for most of the 3-hour journey. It was a crowded experience for sure, and there was plenty of staring going on, but it wasn't so bad, other than that awful smell wafting from the 4 bathrooms nearby. It was kind of like the New York subway at rush hour. Yeah, my fears were pretty much unwarranted, and by the end of the trip I was hanging out the car doors feeling a bit like Indiana Jones.
Welcome to the maze.
I refuse to give up on my tiger sighting.
We're hunting tiger. Hopefully tiger are not hunting us.
Back in Jaipur, Shivani and I visited what equates to a zoo.
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
And it was a maze, totally.
Where's Dorothy? Where's Toto?
We got lost like 4 times.
Well, listen, it's not complete. We can't get too lost, said me, before we get too lost.
You know, before we like end up in a Blair Witch Project kind of scenario. Yeah, I don't think it's this way. Well, I don't know. Let's find out. He said to keep going straight. I'm going straight. Okay, let's try this again.
Okay.
Right.
And take two. I want to find some bloody tigers. God.
I did find my tiger, albeit in captivity. Still, the beauty of this creature is quite captivating. I can see why Indians have such a love for this native animal. Okay, moving on.
You enjoy Mumbai?
Yeah, it's my first day. Why?
Look, is that the Toby guard is here, the washing machine.
The washing machine?
Yes, it's here. It's very nice. Okay, you come. Yeah, come inside. It's very nice place. See, you come here.
I'm gonna take a walk, guys. Just see Mumbai. Okay.
Photo.
You're on the photo right now.
Video.
Yeah. Yeah.
America dollars, please give me show.
No, show me you American note, please. Show.
My American dollars?
Yes.
I don't have any American dollars right now.
Indian dollar.
I have Indian dollars. Yeah.
Please.
But I'm not gonna pay you. Come on, guys. Life has to be more than just about money, right?
Okay.
You guys just wanted to meet me. You just want my money?
No money? Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm not gonna give you guys money just because you came and talked to me. This is Calabra, right?
Lava inside.
Oh, it's that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. I have a gang, man.
You and drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a drink at Leopold's.
Leopold's.
Yeah.
Only Pepsi. Hey. This big man beer, small Pepsi.
What's your names again?
Vijay.
VJ?
Kanoja.
Okay, what's your name?
Abhishek.
What?
Abhishek.
I gotta hand it to those young dudes. They had a lot of spirit, and I thoroughly enjoyed mixing it up with them for the 10 or so blocks that they followed me around. And Mumbai as a whole, man, it really got me from the start. It has that big city buzz that I love so much. I mean, things are happening here and you can feel it. I think that I was just hustled by a 12-year-old, maybe she was 8, 9, 10. I don't know. Where's your house?
House.
Yeah.
No time house. I'm sleeping here.
Sleeping where?
Here side.
On the streets?
No.
In the street?
Yes. My father died.
He died?
Yes.
Why? How? Why?
Who not drink and died.
He drink?
Yes. My brother poor, no money. My mom poor, no money. Here.
Here, to buy milk. Okay.
My hand is very.
Yeah. I walked to this spot with them, and the giant bag of whatever it is that they need is 1,000 rupees, which equates to like $17, $16, $17, $18, something like this. Now I buy them the bag of whatever, and then of course here comes another woman with her little boy or girl. She follows me around, and what can I do? I mean, with one comes another, comes somebody else, And well, then these two guys, they say, you know, they're probably just hustling you. What they'll do is you'll buy that, then they'll return it and get the money. Is it the right thing to do? Is it the wrong thing to do? Am I the fool? Or am I the bad guy, the good guy? I don't know. You know, I think that I'm participating, but maybe I'm just trying to satiate my Western world, privileged American guilt. I can't just do nothing. And maybe I'm working towards something. I'm trying to grasp an understanding that is bigger than my own. The next day I checked out Only Much Louder, a music production and management company with a heavy stake in the independent music scene here in India. And that night, I joined a few of the fellas to get a taste of what it's all about.
What up?
What up? So again, what's going on here? What is this?
We're at a college festival at Shamuknanda Auditorium, which I was just told is the largest auditorium in Asia, apparently.
Largest, like
1,500 seater auditorium outside. So
okay.
Yeah, there's two bands playing, and kind of post-rock bands as we keep searching in Pangea. And as we keep Searching just finished. They killed it, destroyed it. That was sick. They were amazing. We're like the freeloaders hanging out in the green room right now, doing fucking fuck all.
Drinking Red Bulls.
Wasting people's
Because there's no
time.
alcohol being sold at the auditorium.
But yeah, that's what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Places, man. We started from a place called Ahmedabad, which is in Gujarat.
You guys just played in Russia all over the place.
Yeah.
What? Tell me about that, man. What you just said? I'm gonna go do a tour in Russia.
Oh, it never happened like that. So it was like, so I met a guy who runs a record label there. So I met him like 2 years back, and we have been having a conversation throughout.
How long was the tour itself?
15 days.
Okay.
We played like 5 shows there.
Yeah. Okay.
So
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, we got packed houses. Moscow, St. Petersburg, Kazan, Ekaterinburg. So Moscow, we played 2 shows.
And the independent music scene in general is growing. I mean, I'm just starting to get a feel of what it is.
I'll tell you a simple idea. Like 4 years ago, I didn't think I would have a day job doing independent music that would pay my bills.
And that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, I mean, I actually have a job pushing independent music, doing like 100 gigs a year.
Wow.
So I mean, it's funded. It's happening.
Beachfront slums.
Yeah.
Beachfront, that's an oxymoron, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, beachfront property, most places in the world.
It's very costly.
Yeah. Who are you guys?
We are college student in the field of commerce.
In commerce, okay.
I'm doing BFM.
BFM.
Bachelor of
Finance Markets, okay. And you?
I'm doing management, Bachelor of Management Studies.
Are you guys going to stay in India?
No way.
No?
I would like to, because this is my motherland, and
Yeah.
you can do small things in our own town, which does make a big difference to the whole world. So I
like it. It's a smart girl. You should listen to this one.
But I'm a person more of a social nature, and I would like to do something for the betterment of the people. I exactly wanted to go for education facility for the poor people in the places where it is not available.
Yeah.
So that's my motive at the moment. So I'm planning to do something in that.
January 21st, 2016. On a hill above the slum sits a church. In fact, this neighborhood is crawling with Christianity. Just outside the church, the Christian capitalism is in full swing. All kinds of figures and images being sold, cheap plastic crucifixes and bad paintings of the Mother Mary. It seems like an oxymoron. And as I sit here in this hipster haven drinking coffee like the snob I am, I wonder, am I worthy of the greatest questions of our time? Am I capable? I hope kids like the ones I met down on the beach today will be empowered by the future. I hope that possibility meets them. They certainly give me hope. There is a quote in Shantaram that says, "You've all heard that money is the root of all evil. But I say that evil is the root of all money." Every time that money becomes my ambition, it makes things awkward, it makes things uncomfortable, it makes things disingenuous. It's a means to an end that is not in my pursuit of happiness. Today I was, of course, being approached all the time by people who want money. These 2 women came up to me and they say, "You can help, God will look after you, just 100 rupees. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's that 100 rupees that I would give to them or the 1,000 that those kids got from me or just 10 rupees. It's like a Band-Aid. I can't help but see a possibility for something more. I'm a child of privilege. And I have always believed to whom much is given, much is required. And I don't take that lightly. Maybe what we should be saying to people like me of privilege has to do with the fact, are you using that opportunity? Because we don't have to live like this. The oxymoron of the obese and the starving exists. We don't have to live in a world where there's not enough. But I doubt, like anybody, I doubt. And I hope. And I hope. Right.
What's your name, by the way?
Dustin.
Dustin, yeah.
Nice.
My
good.
name is Sammy.
Sammy?
Sammy, yeah.
Oh, very American sounding name, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
Sammy.
Muslim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mohammed Sammy. Mumbai Bandrian.
You're a band, which is this neighborhood?
Bandra, right?
Bandra, yeah, Bandra.
You grew up in Bandra?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a nice neighborhood. You must have seen it change a lot.
Everything have changed. Everything is changed.
Yeah?
Like you kind of, some from Europeans also come.
Yeah.
And like Americans also, Brazilians also come.
Yeah.
There's chicks also come.
Well, chicks are good.
Chicks are good.
Chicks are good.
Do you know Friends?
Yeah, the show Friends, yeah.
The show Friends. It's my favorite show.
Yeah.
And I've been watching for a long time. So
Is Friends popular here?
Reunion, yeah, it's popular.
Yeah?
It is popular, and it's
like now it's popular.
Yeah. No, I don't like rock music.
What kind of music do you like?
Michael Jackson.
That's rock. He rocks out a little bit.
Of pop.
Yeah, he is the king of pop.
Never went to America.
Yeah.
I wish that I could. I want to be a very successful person. No, Rokeni.
What?
He's thinking that you stopped him.
Oh, no.
No.
This is peace. This means peace.
Yeah, it means peace.
Yeah.
The Michael Jackson used to do peace.
Peace, yeah.
For my last night in India, I headed back to South Mumbai with Bhavna and her boyfriend Nihal for one more party in the megacity. And I gotta say, I hope I find myself back here someday. I really, really loved it.
Not bad. Not bad, indeed. Somebody take this from me.
Let's go.
Take it.
Are you guys ready for La Bamba?
So, after repeated attempts to convince me to whip out the guitar and serenade the bar, my drunken self gave in. Yup, La Bamba Bombay style. And by the way, all these locals still call the city by its English imperial name, Bombay. Yeah, we had a pretty good night, though I can honestly say I didn't remember this happening until I saw the video. In spite of my inebriation, my guilty conscience was apparently still in full swing.
I'm just confronted by reality right now.
But you gotta be like that. You gotta realize that this is life, man.
Like, come here.
This actually.
Whoa. I have a project. It's called The Dichotomy of Life.
How do we deal with that, though? How do we deal with that?
It's really difficult.
I don't know.
You can't. You just push it aside.
But no,
yeah, I don't have any real answers. And as I look back across this trip and across my life, it seems I've collected a lot more problems than solutions. It seems the more I push myself into the depths of the human experience, the more I find I'm out of my depth. It's a struggle, and I bring it upon myself. In Shantaram it says, "The contour of all our virtues are shaped by adversity." I'm trying to find my form, which I'm convinced is inseparable from the world around me. And traveling for me is embracing the struggle to understand that complex relationship. It's diving into the murky waters where the lotus flowers live. In this story, it's the experiment of my experience laid bare. I hope there's virtue in it.